Hello to anyone and everyone who may be watching. I am the War Squid, and in this video we are going to continue on with our gameplay through the Red Alert 2 Soviet campaign missions. As you can see, we are on the end screen from the previous mission, which was the 7th mission in the campaign. We're going to go ahead and hit continue in the bottom right corner of the screen here, and that's going to bring us to our video and then into the gameplay for the 8th mission.
Generals, soldiers, comrades, it is a sad day. Premier Alexander Romanov, so recently ill in bed, has been brutally murdered by General Vladimir.
No. General Vladimir!
As of this moment, 9:15 in the evening, General Vladimir is a non-person. He is now considered refused to be collected. I sense that he is holed up here at the White House, home of the corrupt. Capture the White House and find this non-person. Then you can erase him as we have already erased his name.
Okay, so essentially as far as this mission goes here, all we have to do is get a engineer into the White House. So we're going to start by constructing our base here. You'll notice right off the bat we have a new unit that we haven't seen before, which I will show you in a moment.
Construction complete. Building.
Okay, so this is called a desolator, and he has a couple unique functions. They have an initial attack, just a flat out gun that they have, which we will demonstrate as well. And then they also have this feature where you can click them once, hover over with the left click. Where did that plane drop troops off at? Okay. Hover over them, click them once. It's going to change that cursor to that. Oh, here we go. Wow. That's a shame. Okay, so I lost a few already, but we got a quick demonstration of their gun there. From here, you could also hover over them and click them, and they will begin to kind of emit this radiation on the ground. And that will essentially take out any, particularly infantry units, but any units that enter that field of radiation will be taken care of pretty quickly. Gosh, I'm trying to run these guys over more so than anything else. They got the jump on me here, clearly, with this, with these paradrops.
Building.
So as you saw briefly there,
Lost.
those enemy troops that were dropping in essentially just completely disappeared right when they hit that field of radiation there. So we want to be careful not to get our own troops in that. But as far as this mission goes, the best thing to do is to simply get those guys stationed on the outside perimeter of your base and just leave them there for the entirety of the mission. And they'll just continue re-upping that field of radiation there.
Comrade, moving out. Order received.
New rally
I would
point.
also suggest,
Training.
you know what I'm going to do? As you can see, that's very effective against infantry units there. I'm going to move this guy out a little bit just because he's awfully close to my base. That's a little better. I'd also suggest getting an engineer in these bunkers here and placing some conscripts in there.
Established. Construction complete.
And then the same approach as always, I would start by getting a decent chunk of war miners out, collecting resources for you.
New rally
It's the best way to rack up some
training.
resources at your disposal quickly.
Ready, comrade.
Still get 3 conscripts in that
New
bunker.
rally point established. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Waiting orders. For the Union. Vehicle reporting.
And we had a allied mission that was on this same map, or virtually the same map. So you'll see that we have these monuments here, and on the allied counterparts to these missions, repairing those monuments, which were critically damaged, gave you crates. We'll have the opposite effect here on this mission, so if we destroy these, we'll get those same the same effect in terms of crates being left for us to collect. And you'll notice that this radiation field doesn't really it doesn't look like it does any damage at all, but if it does, it's so small that it's barely noticeable. So your war miners are safe to drive through that and collect resources for you.
Building.
Oh. You'll notice on this particular mission you are facing Soviet technology, because we're, as far as the storyline goes, we are opposing General Vladimir here and his troops, so to speak. So that's why we got, unfortunately, a spider drone found its way into this apocalypse tank. I'm going to use him to just explore as much unrevealed terrain as we can before he dies here. We just drove over some water. That's interesting. Alright.
Construction options. Building.
So, our base is essentially at full capacity. Ooh. That's not good. I'm not really prepared for that.
Building. Low power. New rally point established. Ore miner under attack. Unit lost. Ore miner under attack. Low power. Construction complete. Repairing.
So the Desolator approach, as you can see here, this is a perfect example of it, is not particularly effective if they send a column of tanks your way, so still vital on this mission to continue re-upping and improving your defensive structures, so Tesla coils in particular
Rally point established. Training.
will be the most effective method there. Also, if you can station some apocalypse tanks, those
Ready.
are never a bad idea. Uh-oh.
Vehicle reposition.
Under attack. Repairing.
Vehicle report. Moving.
Holy cow.
Moving. We will bury them.
Structure sold.
Vehicle report. Location confirmed. We will bury them.
It looks like
Location confirmed. Moving.
well,
Attacking.
looks like we may be able to actually destroy this bridge as well.
Waiting order.
Which,
Encountering enemy.
if we can do so, I would recommend. I'm going to try it.
Changing position. We will bury them.
You'll notice that they appear like they can simply go around on this side here, but it would at least reduce one option for them. Yep, and we can. So I would just, I would suggest taking out that bridge. Even early on would have been a better idea, just to kind of limit the options in terms of the direction that the enemy can come at you.
Training.
Vehicle reporting.
And our only objective, like I previously mentioned, is to get an engineer in the White House. So obviously there's the enemy base here, but we could almost surpass that if we wanted to, and just go across the north side of the map. So as you can see, this is a far more effective method of addressing that tank column that comes your way. Want to get another desolator positioned out here as well, maybe even two. But there may be a pathway to take across the north side of this map up here that'll take us right to the White House, which we can use rather than fighting our way across this bridge and through these enemy forces here. Similar to the previous mission, or I think it was the previous mission, one of the last couple of missions where the objective is to eliminate the Allied Navy. You could simply do that and finish the mission quickly or quicker and completely ignore their ground forces, or if you wanted to just kind of have fun with it and do maximum damage and challenge yourself a little more, you could take out their land forces as well. So very similar aspect here. We can essentially take whatever approach we want. I'm tempted for this video to go through this way just to kind of show just how much forces you will have to deal with and what that might look like compared to taking the easy way out. And then if you wanted to play through this, you wouldn't really have a good... Just get the gold here. What are you doing? Wouldn't really have a good idea of what you were going to expect. Gosh, guys. Not a huge need for any anti-air. At least not yet. The only thing that might prompt you to build some flat cannons would be these rockets that they're sending at us. But thus far, we've been able to pretty easily dispatch those. Might be in trouble here.
On hold. Building. Unit ready.
So I think another thing I would recommend would be when it comes to exploring unrevealed terrain, do so with a terror drone. They're very speedy, quick, and they don't cost a lot. It's only 500, so the moment they get destroyed, it's not really too much harm done there. So once these Apocalypse tanks are constructed, I'm going to go ahead and start exploring some unrevealed terrain with the terror drone. I'm a little surprised by how quickly that column is taking out these tanks here.
Moving. Waiting orders. Encountering enemy. Waiting orders.
Construction complete. Unit lost. All
Waiting
miners
order.
under attack.
Moving. Ready, comrades. Changing position. Location confirmed. Encountering
All
enemy.
miner under attack. Unit ready. All miner under attack.
Waiting orders. Moving. Waiting orders.
All miner under attack.
Ready, position. Attacking!
Ready.
So I'm sure we're going to encounter some kind of resistance.
Incoming transmission.
You are a fool, General. Yuri is playing you like a puppet. You will never capture General Vladimir.
Unit lost.
Okay, so you do encounter, you do have to pass through a base. You can't simply waltz right up to the White House up here, but it seems as though it would be far less resistance. Wow, what is he doing?
Lost.
Okay, I guess you got to pay close attention to some of your units because they'll just drive
Unit
They'll just drive away.
Changing position.
But in any case, you can't just waltz right up to the White House here, but you can cut through quite a bit of opposition if you go across the top of the map there. I'm going to take a different approach and just show as much of this map as I can. So I'm going to try and actually eliminate this base. I'm pretty tempted to pull my war miners back here because they are doing...
Waiting order. Encountering enemy.
Gosh, these columns of grizzly tanks are just destroying these apocalypse tanks more than I've ever seen in all my history playing this game.
Changing position. Moving. Encountering enemy. Waiting order.
But in any case, we're going to do our best to just
Changing position.
drive right in here and see what we can do.
Attacking. Ready. Location confirmed. Encountering enemy. Ready, comrade.
Whoa, gosh dang it.
Target sight.
Unit lost.
Oh, this is going to be close. Might get the command center here. Oh, wow.
Unit lost.
That will do. That will do for that attack there.
There goes the neighborhood. It will be a silent spring. Scorched earth.
Okay, so we only have one apocalypse tank remaining.
Miner under attack.
They haven't been... Oh, gosh dang it.
Changing position. Location confirmed. Sighted.
Building.
Baseless suit ready. Vehicle reporting. Location confirmed. Location confirmed.
Electrodes ready. Let the juice flow. Baseless commencing show. Going to source. Completing circuit.
Building.
Good lord.
Completing circuit.
Unit
Yes,
promoted.
comrade. Going to source. Going to source. Going to source.
So they're really not going to quit on this mission when it comes to these things they're sending our way. Frankly.
Unit repaired.
Vehicle reporting
It's a
position.
little bit sketchy at the moment because
Construction complete. Training.
I'm not bringing in any resources here. I have my war miners parked.
Waiting order. Waiting order. Changing position.
Oh gosh dang.
Location confirmed.
Electrodes ready.
Vehicle reporting. Moving.
Lost.
Attacking.
Our base is
Move.
under attack.
Encountering enemy.
Repairing.
Yes, comrade.
Vehicle reporting.
Repairing. Unit promoted.
Waiting order.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Location confirmed.
But I would really like to take out
Ready, comrade.
this war factory here. Because that is what is producing these tanks
Boom. Spread
that are the biggest nuisance on me
Ready, moving.
so far.
Moving.
There goes the neighborhood. Find a hot spot.
Vehicle reporting. Location confirmed.
Checking moving out.
Mercury rising. Here comes the sun.
Waiting orders. Vehicle report. We will bury them.
Mercury rising. Find a hot spot. Find a hot spot.
Vehicle reporting. Waiting orders.
Gosh dang it.
Target site. Ready, comrade.
Unit lost.
Wow,
Waiting
their
orders.
tanks have been extremely effective. It's, I don't know. I'm not used to seeing that, to be honest. I'm a little surprised. Oh gosh dang. I'm a little surprised they're doing this well. Typically speaking,
Under attack.
Waiting order.
the apocalypse tanks are, in my experience, have been very extremely well armored. I haven't.
Waiting orders.
I can't say I've seen them
Training.
taken out so
New
easily
rally point established. All
like this in the
miners
past.
under
But
attack.
in any case,
New rally point established. Unit
we're
ready.
chipping away at it.
Under attack. Preparing.
Engineering.
Unit
Ready,
promoted.
moving.
Okay, if I can quickly.
Target
Unit
sighted.
lost. New rally point established.
Gotta take him out before his health gets too
Waiting
full
orders.
here.
Target sighted.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Waiting orders. Changing position.
Jesus. My goodness. I'm in big trouble with these resources too. Frankly.
Ready, comrade.
Alright, get over here and take this out before they build more tanks.
Repairing.
Conscript
Unit
reporting.
promoted.
Vehicle reporting. Changing position. Changing
Unit
position.
ready.
Okay, we're
Location
in
confirmed.
position here
Bury
now.
them.
I think we're okay. Once we take this out, that flow of tanks coming my way is going to be pretty significantly diminished. And that's going to help a lot.
Location confirmed.
Okay,
Moving.
just going to retreat.
Waiting orders. Waiting orders. Moving.
Repairing. Unit ready.
Okay, now we can turn our attention to Vladimir, specifically, which is the purple
Ready, comrade. Location
faction here.
confirmed. Ready, comrade. Location confirmed. Moving.
All right.
Location confirmed.
One aspect, if we compare the Allies and the Soviet factions, one aspect of the Allies that is particularly underrated is their transport unit, the IFV, because you can do so many things with it. It's dynamic based on what infantry unit you place in there. And particularly if you place the engineer in there, it becomes this unit that you can kind of send with your tank convoys as a repair unit,
Waiting orders. Changing position.
which is a huge difference maker compared to the Soviets, which really don't have anything like that
Vehicle reporting.
at all.
Ready, comrade.
You can repair your tanks with this service depot here, this structure, but there's not really a mobile repair that you could take advantage of in the same way.
Location confirmed. Attacking.
I want him to go get repaired, actually, speaking of that.
Moving. Vehicle reporting. Waiting orders. Encountering enemy. Waiting orders. We will bury them.
I think that we're going to have to rely on taking out some of these monuments as a means of collecting these crates to get some resources to get us back on track here.
Comrade. Encountering enemy.
Unit promoted.
Encountering enemy. Vehicle reporting. Changing Encountering enemy. Waiting orders.
Building.
Encountering enemy. Ready, comrade. Attacking! Attacking! We will
Promoted.
bury them.
Unit ready. Repairing.
Waiting orders. Location confirmed. Moving.
So
Moving.
speaking of that, I'm going to move towards this Washington monument
Location
here.
confirmed.
I'm going to... Did I lose all my war miners? Do I have none?
We will bury
May have
waiting
none.
orders. Vehicle reporting. Encountering enemy. Vehicle report. Waiting orders. Vehicle reporting. Location. Vehicle reporting. Location.
There we go. This should help.
Location confirmed. Moving.
Oh, that gave us a
Changing
lot.
position.
That was
Changing position.
a lot of money.
New rally point established. Training.
Ready, comrade. Target sighted. Ready, comrade.
Ooh,
Location moving.
now we're rocking. We got him veteran status here.
Comrade. Target sighted. Location confirmed. Location confirmed. Vehicle reporting. Moving. Waiting location orders. Confirmed. Changing position. Attacking. Encountering enemy. Location confirmed. Location
See if I
confirmed.
can squish some of these guys. Ooh, nice one.
Encountering enemy. Ready, comrade. Ready, location confirmed. Location confirmed. Changing position. Waiting orders.
Oh no, 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 no.
Encountering enemy. Changing position. Changing position. Encountering enemy. Location
I don't think he can make it.
confirmed. Moving.
I'm gonna try to get him to the service depot in
Vehicle
time.
reporting. Location confirmed. Target sighted. Them. Waiting
I think
orders.
he's a goner.
Vehicle reporting.
Engineering.
Those terror drones are really bad news for your apocalypse tanks. I
Waiting
will say
orders.
that much.
Moving.
It's a very effective method
Tools ready. Examining
of taking
diagrams.
those guys
Ready,
out.
comrade. Encountering enemy. Waiting orders.
Bridge repaired. Unit lost.
Oh. Who died?
Ready, comrade. We will bury them.
So I believe, if I remember correctly,
Vehicle position. Location confirmed. Moving.
so the
Encountering enemy.
Allied mission, which is on the same map here, where we have to kind of rescue the president from the White House. On that mission, we were stationed on... Whoa, what is over here? What in the world? We were stationed on this side of the bridge.
Moving.
I'm a little surprised that there are enemy units over here. But you have the ability to repair this bridge.
Ready, comrade.
And I don't know what's on the other side for us. I know there was a monument over here on the Allied version, the Allied counterpart mission here. The Jefferson Memorial. I'm curious if that's all it is. An opportunity to get some more crates or what.
Location confirmed.
But they have it defended. Oh, wow.
Location confirmed. Changing position. Location confirmed.
Okay, so we do have the Jefferson Memorial here.
Moving.
And a lot of convoy trucks.
Moving.
I wonder if this is just
Ready, comrade.
an area where you can get a whole bunch of crates, which I would not be opposed to.
Waiting location confirmed.
Because I need the money.
Vehicle location target sighted. Vehicle
Looks like it is. I'm curious. That would be awesome if all this was money.
Moving. Moving. Moving.
Unit from
Encountering enemy.
One of them was a promotion.
Changing position. Location confirmed.
Okay, so a couple of them were money. Some of them were
Changing position.
promotions and other
Changing
upgrades.
position.
But that's a big game changer if you choose to do that, especially if you're hurting on resources. Would be to get an engineer in that bridge repair hut here.
Vehicle reporting.
Go across that bridge and take out a couple of enemies, nothing too crazy, in order to collect some of those crates and take out that Jefferson Memorial and get some
Waiting order. Position.
I
We
got
will
him.
bury
Get
them,
some
comrade.
money from a crate there as well.
Move. Encountering enemy.
Psychic beacon here.
Attacking. We will bury them. Target sighted.
That's interesting.
We will bury them. Encountering enemy. We will bury them. Attacking. Encountering enemy. Target sighted. Ready,
Wow, I took that beacon out and they sent a whole bunch of guys at me at the same time. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. Oh, jeez.
We will bury them. Location confirmed. Changing position. Attacking. Encountering enemy. Vehicle report. Encountering enemy. Attacking. Waiting changing position.
This is a little strange. I don't know exactly what's happening. I'm getting a whole lot of individual units, infantry units, just swarming us for some reason.
Changing position. Moving. Location confirmed. Changing position. Changing position.
That was weird.
Encountering enemy. Location confirmed. Location confirmed. Moving.
But now that we have these guys,
Target site.
2 Apocalypse tanks, both with 3-star veteran status, we're in
Location confirmed.
pretty good shape.
Attacking. Changing encountering enemy. Waiting orders. We will bury waiting orders.
And it appears that the only,
Moving. Encountering enemy.
well, there's only 2 bases. We have this main purple one, and it appears that the only other opponent you'll have to deal with is that orange one that was stationed right here.
Encountering enemy.
Other than that, it looks like we just have the main objective, the purple base surrounding the White House.
Moving.
And
Location.
I would recommend
We will bury.
taking an approach like this, where you kind of
We will bury.
don't rush the main gate, the front of the base. You take out a wall and just kind of come in the side here. That's where you'll meet the least opposition, because the base is set up for you to, you know, charge them from the front from a defensive standpoint. But as you can see, we haven't even ran into a single defensive structure yet, having taken out a wall and just snuck in the side.
Vehicle reporting. Position. We will bury them. Moving. Encountering enemy in sight. Moving. We will
Oh,
bury.
but they will rebuild,
Attacking.
it appears. So, oh, there's their command center. We're going to take that out so they
Ready, comrade.
stop rebuilding
Encountering enemy.
from behind me.
Target site. We will bury. Waiting order. Waiting moving. Attacking.
Now I think we're pretty much in the driver's seat. It looks like we've even knocked out the power.
Attacking. We will bury them. Encountering enemy. Ready, comrade. Encountering enemy. Ready, comrade. Moving. Target sighted. Attacking. Ready, comrade. Moving. Target sighted. Ready, encountering enemy. Changing position. Moving. Encountering enemy.
So this is pretty much it. We've come full circle
Encountering
here.
enemy.
I'm going to get my engineer prepped
New rally point
in a
established.
transport vehicle
Building. Training.
to get over there.
Ready, comrade. Ready, comrade. We will bury them.
Unit
Target
ready.
sighted.
Building.
Ready,
Unit
comrade.
ready.
Encountering enemy. Ready, comrade.
So I would argue that more important than anything else, unless you just want to rush the White House and really focus on this objective here and ignore that smaller, like orange, dark orange faction, that base that's parked right next to yours. Unless you want to ignore that completely, I would say that's a higher priority to take out initially than focusing on the purple base over here. The reason I say that is because there was a very steady stream of tank columns coming our way, which were kind of hard to deal with, especially as we were getting started. They didn't really wait in terms of sending stuff at us. They started with some infantry dropping in right next to our base, and then pretty quickly started sending some tank columns. So my recommendation would be to focus on that base first, unless you want to ignore it completely.
Tools ready. Moving.
Vehicle reporting. Location confirmed. Location confirmed. Changing position.
And I think we're pretty much, we're pretty much done here. We just got to get this engineer over here and in the White House safely. They do have some buildings garrisoned with some conscripts, which you'll have to be careful of. Wow. Oh, where do they still have power? Oh, they have one power plant behind the White House. So they will still be able to... You do run the risk of turning the power back on, because they do have one single power plant back there.
Vehicle report. Location confirmed. Vehicle report. Changing position.
But after we take that out,
We're
we're going to go ahead and put our engineer into the White House, and that should conclude the mission.
Vehicle reporting.
One thing I'm not sure of, just a random thought, I'm not sure if you destroy the White House,
Waiting
really
orders.
Unit ready.
Changing position.
put a terror drone in
Ready,
this
comrade.
war miner here.
Ore miner under attack.
If you do happen to have an enemy terror drone get into one of your vehicles and you can get that vehicle to the service depot before it's killed,
Vehicle reporting.
that will remove the terror drone entirely.
Miner under attack.
Oh, this is going to be
Location
close. He
confirmed.
might make it, he might not. I
Ore
think he's
miner
barely going to
under
not
attack.
make it. He got as close to making it as he could without doing so. But if you can get your vehicle onto that platform and get
Ready,
the
comrade.
repair started before that terror drone destroys it, it will remove the terror drone and essentially it'll just disappear. Once it comes off that platform at full health, the terror drone's just gone.
Tools ready.
So once I put the engineer in here, that should conclude the mission. I don't think, I imagine if you destroy the White House instead, it's just
Engineer
gonna
checking
fail.
designs.
Building captured.
But I don't know. I wouldn't run the risk, especially after taking out
Mission accomplished.
every enemy on the map prior to doing so. So we were able to beat the part-time again. Part-time 45 minutes. We were able to do that in 36. Once we start the next mission, in the next video, you will see kind of the cutscene that pertains to the capture of Vladimir from the White House and what transpires there. And then we'll continue on with the mission, the gameplay after that, and we'll just keep on going. So that is about it for this mission, and I hope to see you in the next video.